Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to yet another episode of the Rome Reborn series. So, I have a plan here. You guys will notice that I said that during the first series, and I moved the empire down to Africa here and completely took over Carthage. That is not the plan for this series, though. But first, let me go and thank the channel members. Thank you to Tyler, Tobias, Walter, Moses, and Jared. I just wanted to bring up, guys, we have a ton of stuff that needs names. So if you guys would like to become channel members, it starts at $1 a month. I mean, I feel like that's a pretty reasonable price. But the reason I have it is just to keep a list of people who I have to name stuff after. I tried doing it from the comments originally, but I kept forgetting to name stuff after people. So yes, we have a lot of stuff in the Empire that needs to get renamed, and we have a couple of companions and family members that also need to get renamed, and that's for the tier 2 of the channel members. So yeah, if you guys have a little bit of extra money and want to be a part of the series, go ahead and click that little channel membership button. I don't do it for the money. I just want to see more of my viewers in the series. But yes. Anyways, guys, let's roll into what we're going to be doing in this episode. As you guys may have noticed, the party is a little bit bigger. I did do some grinding off camera. I ran around gallivanting across the entire map, and I cleared out a shitload of barbarian parties. I also changed the archer's bow from a war bow to from a composite bow to a longbow. So the first guys get a 120-pound longbow, next guys get a 160, and then the top tier get a 200. So hopefully that will help the archers actually be slightly more effective. If they're too strong, I'll nerf them, but I don't think they will be. Most of the time, the archers in RBM are not super strong, except for in the Search series. They're pretty strong, but we also need that because currently taking on the Khuzaits in that series. Yes, let's go ahead and roll right into it. We're going to go to the kingdom here, and you know what I think we're going to do? I think we're going to join this faction here. So we are going to be gathering support, and we're going to demand Regea abdicate the throne. Yeah, let's do it. All right. That has pretty much swayed the power there by quite a bit, and once we reach this point here, it will start a civil war for power. Yeah, it's going well so far. I have sent out quite a few companions and lords to lead their own parties, and they haven't even come up to full strength yet. They do have unlimited wages. They don't ever really tend to use more than around 500. So yeah, except for me. My guys cost about 4K there. But yes, let's go ahead and move on to what I didn't know we took that. When did we take that? Okay, anyways, let's go take some Dacian territory. I feel like this episode would be good to do. I did build up a crazy amount of influence, by the way. There's Mr. Autosave. Go and take a sip of your coffee or tea or whatever you have, whatever beverage you have acquired. Yeah, we do have quite a bit of influence. Yeah, definitely want to head over here and take some Dacian land. I would be happy if we could take this town here and then one of these two castles, if not both of them. So let's try to get that done. Some rebels around my lands. I'll leave them be for now. We have more important things going on. But as you will see, the faction power here, as soon as it gets up to there, we will start a civil war, and we'll have to I'm actually going to change one thing here about the clan. We're gonna be a black banner, maybe. No, okay, it doesn't work. Hold on a second here. Wait, why did it? Okay, no, I don't want to do that. Is there a way that I can change the banner? I was gonna make it a black banner with a red eagle. That would have been cool. Nice little change there. But yeah, let's head over to this city here. I think I want to wait a little bit before I call in most of these parties here. We do have the maximum amount of parties out, I believe. Yes, we do. We do have the maximum amount of parties. So I can call in 7 companions or fellow nobles of the clan to assist me in the conquest. Okay, that just got immediately retracted. Interesting. Manutas, you need an upgrade here. What do we want to do? Yeah, minus troop wages. That helps out a lot. As you'll notice, I'm not making as much as I was. Whoa, 186 gladiator rebels. We'll definitely take that fight. That's worth taking. It's always worth building up that influence. It's so hard to so hard to maintain an influence when you're constantly having to start wars. So definitely want to work on that just a little bit. Let's go ahead and get the formations set up here. I see a couple velites in there. Okay. Oh, maybe I was wrong. They were just a figment of my imagination. All right, I have applied myself to the primary infantry force here. We have 86 velites. Let's go ahead and put them in 2 lines here, and we'll deploy based on that there. Right there. Got the cav over here. 70 cav is a pretty good number. We got a nice little hill to put the archers on, and I think I want to demonstrate how good the archers are now. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Let's ready up. Let's watch the archers go to work here for a moment before we send in everyone else. All right. And let's go get a look, and we'll see when these guys start taking damage here. You can see the gladiator rebels here. Very making me reminisce of the Spartacus series. So they're taking hits at 300. Yeah, they are quite effective now. Now you're not going to see a ton of kills at this range. You might see a couple shields get broken, but you're going to get a few kills at this their maximum range. That's of course going to be by the top level, you know, trained and veteran archer auxilia. I may need to nerf them a little bit. I think the longbows may be a bit too strong. I might make a noble troop line for the archers. Okay, they might be a little bit too strong. They won't do this against regular troops though. These guys don't have a lot of armor, and RBM is very dependent on where your armor is. So they don't have a lot of armor or chest armor. Yeah, they're taking quite a few hits, and we only have 51 archers. As you can see, this guy's turned into a pincushion over here. Most of these guys have. You can just hear the arrows flying in here. Now they are cut damage arrows, so cut damage is not weighted as heavily as pierce damage is. But let's go ahead and get the velites ready to fire here. We don't have the banners on right now because I was doing a little experiment with the Praetorian Guard while I was grinding. All right, let's throw our Pila here. So slightly short there. Those were really good though. Let's bring those guys up. Generally, like we can get away with 2 volleys. We tell these guys to go loose formation, tell these guys to go shield wall, and tell them to engage. There we go, boys. The Aquilifer there leading them into battle. Very nice. And you can see Septimus getting involved as well. He's trying to stab them with a Pila. Somebody tell Septimus that's not what that's meant for. All right, it's cavalry. You know what to do. A few more Praetorian bodyguard cavalry there. Cleaning them up very nicely. All right, another 23 influence towards the cause there. I know those battles don't really have any weight anymore. But they could if we fought like an army of like 900 barbarians. that would be a nice challenge. But Not today. Not today. We have bigger and better things to do. I also captured that guy from the old guard there. And we do have a shitload of loot we need to get rid of. It's mostly just barbarian stuff though, so it's not really going to be super valuable. All right, let's head on over to the city here. And we may have to wait just a touch for those parties to build up. I probably should have let the game run just a bit. But yeah, I was running around the entire map with a party of like 20 dudes, so I was running at like 6 speed, so I got around the map pretty fast. And we still have a party speed of like 3.5, 3.4. Let's see here. How ready is everyone to go to battle? Not super ready yet. I think we should wait here for a little while they build up their parties. They are all really close to us, so that is nice. One little trick we can do, by the way, just because these guys are part of our clan here, and I'm actually gonna invite this guy's party as well because I feel like we won't be large enough. But yeah, with clan members in army, you gain more influence. 1 influence pretty much per clan member that is in your army. Aaliyah and Tyler bringing in parties of 140 plus there is really, really nice. And 140 from Mr. Manitus. We're already up to 765 with just our own clan members there. Aaliyah is going to gain a point here again in leadership here, or actually just a level up. Let's see. What does she suck at? Scouting here. Scouting's pretty damn good, actually. Her one-handed's getting better. Pole arm is not really getting better. Yeah, I guess we'll give her another point in athletics or maybe engineering. Yeah, we'll do engineering this time. We'll swap back and forth between those two. And as these parties start to fill up, you can see they are starting to fill up. We will be able to bring them into the fold here. And this place only has 588 defenders. I mean, that's really not a tough task for old Septimus, although we do need to build up his siege skill. It's only at 140, so that's enough to outpace the AI, but it's not enough to outpace their building of their siege equipment. All right, there should be a couple of parties. Okay, they're really close. These 2 parties are very close. They have to be over 40% with men. And once we bring them in, we can start this war here. Yeah, I would like to get this town taken and then take these 2 castles and start moving up towards here. May not want to go that far that way just for now, but we want to secure enough territory to combat the Swaby on this front. Give them a wealth of options to go attack there. All right, we'll bring in those guys as well. Here we go. We have another one coming in. Very nice. And we'll actually bring in a few of these larger parties that require very low influence. Yeah, that's probably 245 for 13, 221. Yeah, that's gonna be a good amount of the kingdom here. Yeah, we'll go ahead and bring all these guys in, and then we will. Yeah, it's only gonna cost 7 to upkeep this army, and we're making 15 a day, so we're actually pretty much outpacing what it costs to maintain this army. We'll wait for everyone to arrive here, and then we will start a war with the Dacians here. We are getting there in terms of power. We're slowly closing in on it. I wish some more people would join the faction. Maybe they will one day. We will have to just wait and see. But we have a goal now to get Regea to abdicate the throne, and the easiest way to do that is by taking towns, because that will build up our power very, very quickly. I think starting a war with the Swaby here to take this castle back too would be ideal. Yeah, it's Dacian anyways. I probably should put the better time mod back on, but we're only running at like 20 FPS. But as you can see, we do outpace how quickly we lose in army cohesion, so we can basically sit here forever. I should probably head over to these towns here to to fill up my companions forces here. They're not gonna be able to take that many recruits, but every man helps. And over here. Yeah, we might want to take a stop over at Walter's End before we do start this fight here. Yeah, they're gonna get way more recruits over here than they would anywhere else, especially being a part of their own faction. Yeah, as you can see, we're actually making more influence than we're spending on this. So yeah, see, way more recruits there. That's really nice. I like that. Yeah, basically, oh, okay. We don't have to start a war with the Dacians. The Swaby declared war on us. He's gonna create an army here. Let's go attack the Dacians before they attack us. I think that would be good. We have 1,086 here. Most of these people are 8 hours, 4 hours, 1 day, 7 hours, 1 day, 22 hours. Yeah, let's just go ahead and wait for these guys to just arrive. Might as well, because the Swaby are going to bring some pretty big forces to combat us. All right, we are waiting on 1, 2, 3 here. 3 parties in order for... okay, we can bring Nathanos in as well. That would be really nice. He's probably in another army already. 1,800 men. I'm really hoping... I'm going to actually drop a save here, just in case. Generally, when you do get really, really large battles like this, they tend to crash the game. So let's see if we can avoid that here today. We do have some very, very large parties coming in here. We're going to have over 2,000 men. We're going to have like 2,200 men. That's crazy to maintain for 6 influence. Yeah, outpacing that, like I said before. He's taking his army that way. He only has 251 troops. We should probably follow suit, I would imagine. If not, go for this castle up here. Or go for this town, maybe. This castle is kind of exposed. I say we go for this one. Ooh, a lot of lag there. Oh, that is the faction leader there. Let's see if we can catch him. Would like to see that. If we could catch him, that would be really nice. Probably not going to be able to. Oh, he gets caught in a war. Oh, Dacia just declared war on them as well. That's huge for us. That will allow us to do a lot with that. Yeah, let's go after this castle here. Where are they taking it? You can't go across that, Septimus. Septimus, you can't go across that. Septimus, you can't. Yeah, okay, what are you doing, buddy? Pathing on the map is a little bit fucked. That's okay, though. We should be able to take this castle before they can really do anything. We are at a higher war exhaustion rate, though, to start off with. Will not be any consequence after we take this first town here, or this first castle. Aaliyah gonna gain some stewardship here. Let's see here. Yeah, let's do effects boosting. That's probably better. All right, so we will make our way over here to Singi Diem. Very nice. These barbarians are like, holy shit, that's 2,000 men. we're taking 2,000 men in order to assault the castle with 200 in it. I'd say that's not overkill. I don't know what you're talking about. Let's build some trebuchets. We probably could get enough onagers up before they even get a catapult up. We're going to build the siege camp before they even get halfway on that catapult, though. So maybe we should go for onagers. That's fine. We'll just build trebuchets. That's the tried and true method. It does take quite a bit longer, but of no consequence to me. We're up to 1,200 influence here. We're going to get the first trebuchet done right as they are. Oh, wow. There's a lot of wars being declared right now. We're going to go trebuchet versus onager there. Nathanos' party is going to join us here shortly. And catapult gone. All right, we got 2 onagers here. Or 2. Yeah, let's just I said we could probably assault the walls now, honestly. I mean, ladders would not be terrible by any means. Let's get a yeah, let's just build the full siege setup so that we can gain as much as possible here. And they're actually raiding the Dacians are raiding them, so that's even better. There we go. We'll build even faster now. We are gonna crack. Okay, we don't want to crack the walls. Yeah, that's not something we really want to do. All right, we begin the siege here, ladies and gentlemen. I might get the fire arrows mod. I think that'd be really cool. I don't know if there is fire arrows in this game or in this this mod. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I would like to try that. That would be a lot of fun. All right, let's ready up here. Go straight into the attack camera, and we will move the archers into a opportune spot here, right across the center right there. That should be a good spot for them to attempt to attack right there. Oh, good hit from the onagers there, or the trebuchets, rather. I might want to hop on that trebuchet there. That has a pretty good sightline. They're going to be reloading it right there. Might as well hop on it. Try to get a good shot off here. You are the one who fires it, I believe. Yes, you are. Okay, let's turn you slightly to the left. Let's try that out. It's hitting them. They're going to push our ladders down. I don't know. We're pushing them up, actually. All right, we'll try to get a shot in here. The onagers are way better for active siege battles. They're better at breaking stuff, though, so most of the time you do want to use them for that. I'm going to raise the range up just slightly here, and we're going to fire. Hopefully that does not land short. Oh, we killed a Velite. Oh, man. Sorry, buddy. Did not mean to. I headshot him, too. Yeah, the archers are going to be cleaning these guys up pretty easily. Let's try slightly further. We'll try that out. Okay, I'm not hitting shit here. Let's go get involved. I gained a point in medicine. Very nice. You always want to have a really good medicine skill in this game. It does help out quite a large amount. I say we need to get up on top of those walls. We are losing quite a few of the Velites. The archers are doing wonders right now. They are carving these dudes to pieces. If we could lose less than 100 on this siege, I would be very impressed. Like less than 100 actually dead. I'd be quite impressed indeed. All right, let's go up these ladders here. We'll go up the right side. Hold this for me. I can't throw it that way. Oh, nice shot. Yeah, we want to attack this right side, though. This rat side. We got to go southern with it. Okay, we have actually got up onto the walls here. That's nice. Hold these, Pila, please. I hit a legion. I hit a millace there on accident. All right, we did carve those guys up from behind there. Stab straight through his guard. Okay, these guys right here. I'm gonna tell them to charge. We're gonna fight with our troops here. There we go. I want to tell those guys to charge too. I feel like taking off the banners really does a lot for the cinematic aspect over here. All right, we are working our way through on this side. Yeah, and we're not gonna lose 100. Yep, we're not even gonna lose 100 here. That's super nice. That's a really good siege battle. Like to get in behind and start stabbing these guys in the back. Hopefully that doesn't become me one day when I become emperor. I can start getting stabbed in the back. And we're gonna start making our way through here. Look at all the rocks from the trebuchet. We need to break through here. There we go. Another kill for Septimus. He's up to 8. Let's make our way through here. We got a little first-person action here. Oh, I can't turn my head. The shield is cool, man. This is the Hispana shield here. Looks awesome. Looks like a super cool shield. I did put a Quayaz leopard pelt on. I felt it was appropriate. They do have not very many infantry left over here. Yeah, we're not even gonna lose 80 men. We're gonna lose like everyone. Charge. Charge. Why are we not charging? We're just sitting here. Sitting here holding our dicks. Go get them, boys. Yeah, we barely lost 70 men. That's crazy. I like this settlement though. It looks cool. There's a Dacian, a Dryadic warrior there. He's gonna run straight into the meat grinder. And we're gonna make our way up these towers to take out these last few guys here. Are they outside fighting? Interesting choice. I don't think we can get up that way. I think we have to go around. I think you have to go up this way to get to these guys up in the tower. Oh yeah, there we go. They're going up that way. Very nice. Battle is almost over. I will use the tactical cam to skip the rest of this. Come on, boys, hurry up now. Are they bugged or something? Oh, they may be bugged. Hold on, I might have to go up there myself and finish them off. Yeah, they might be bugged. Oh, he's killing someone. Can't be that bugged. Says they still have 3 left. Oh, we can retreat and just send troops. That always works. Little tip for y'all: if you can't find the last couple guys in the siege, they're probably bugged. Probably fell through the map somewhere and got stuck or got glitched into a wall. And if they did do so, you can just retreat here and then click send troops, and you'll just wipe them out there. Very nice, gaining some good influence there. We'll take the high tier prisoners. We will upgrade all of these troops here. We do have some Aquila cohort tails that I pulled out of a garrison to be able to maintain the party size here. As you can see, the party size did go down there, which means we are down an Optio and a Centurio. And an Aquila, or a Signifier. There we go. We will show mercy, and we will accept this fief as ours. Reason being is because we need to build up faction power here. And once we build up enough faction power, I actually gained a level. Wow, that took a long time. Athletics, very nice. I'd say minus the charge damage is probably the best way to go. We're maxed out almost on one-handed. Maybe you want to go into maybe riding. I think there's a really good perk here that has to do with not letting prisoners go somewhere. Yeah, minus 50% prisoner escape chance. I think I want to put all of my points into riding because that would be ideal to get. I'm not sure if I have enough level ups to do so, but if we can get to that, that would be really, really solid. That is definitely one of the things that I should have done instead of investing these perks into athletics, is put points into riding. Also our scouting skill. We really need to get our scouting skill up, and it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to hit that riding skill, but that's okay. Maybe should have gone a few less points into charm and other things like that, but I feel like the relationship increase does actually help with kingdom management quite a bit. We will not stick a governor in there or anything like that. What we will do is after the war, we will go ahead and switch the culture over there. Oh, I was wondering why the map looked so weird. I was looking at it from a weird angle. And also it's now springtime, so everything is thawing out. Let's go for this town up here. I think that would be a good choice. Oh, Scythia declared war on the Swaby. Dude, the Swaby must be at war with like 6 people right now. Yeah, they're at war with three factions, man. Well, they're pretty even on power. I mean, we have 13 towns, they only have 9. They have 12 castles, we have 12 castles. We are winning the war slightly here after taking that settlement. Oh, I point in leadership now. Oh, plus 10 party limit size and plus 1. Oh yeah, see this is the difficulty here. We're gonna go for party limit size, definitely, just simply because I'm maxed out on companions, but I can expand my kingdom further with family members. Yeah, we definitely want to give you who is this? Yeah, the scholar. We definitely want him to get some points in stewardship. Oh, our army's starving. That's not exactly ideal. Well, we have food for 36 days, so that's okay. Oh, looks like some of the army did leave, actually. I would like you not to do that. Oh, you have a full party. Let's take you. Yeah, looks like some of the army did leave. We shared our food with them. Hopefully that entices them to stay a little bit. Yeah, we're coming up to a decent sized Swaby settlement. It's not really too large. Let me go check on how that other settlement is doing. Yeah, loyalty's not very good right now. They are at risk for rebellion. We do need to rebuild as quickly as possible. We are actually losing the war somehow. Oh, okay, that's a larger army. What are they doing? Brannique Castle. Brannique Castle. All the way over here. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go down this way and we're gonna catch these guys off guard. Okay, we don't want to run into them though. Not the ideal way to do that. Yeah, we're gonna play this in a very cheap and sneaky way here. Let's go ahead and bring a few more people into the party. Oh, okay. Most of our lords must have got captured by that army because war is not going so well. It looks like. How many people do we have imprisoned? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's quite a few prisoners. Yeah. Okay, we need to free those prisoners for sure. And we're gonna come up here from the south in order to confront that Swaby army. Looks like we managed to slip past them. It's so unrealistic. 1,500 men running in front of you. You would totally see them. I would say 2% follow speed would be good. Oh, looks like a bunch of them escaped finally. Thank God. Yeah, we'll take all those guys too. We will be the primary leader here of the army. Good old Septimus here. Let's see how the factions thing. Okay, it's looking pretty good. I mean, we're getting there. We are getting there. We need to end this war quickly though, otherwise that settlement has a very high chance of rebellion. Let's see if we can finally get rid of debasement of currency though. I don't think we can. Yeah, it's 0 support. Fuck you guys. You guys are assholes. I don't think imprisoned lords can vote, so maybe we let them lose a few fights and imprison them. Yeah, we don't want to take any territory that's all the way out here yet, but we do want to start taking some Swaby territory. We need to weaken them. The less cities they have, the weaker they will be. The less places they can recruit from, the less speed with which they can build up an army. And they may be bringing in. Looks like this is the majority of their lords. Yeah, it's quite a few. It's not all of them though. So if we get caught out here, we might have to run them back. All right, we'll go ahead and wait here for them to partake in the siege battle. 308 defenders is nothing to scoff at. 136 garrison. That's pretty good. Now we are using more influence than we are gaining to maintain this army here. The food situation may end up becoming a problem. I don't think it will. Oh, motherfucking Jesus Christ, God. He is chasing me. Okay, no, he's going for them. Holy fucking ballsack. Okay, let's try to build up a much larger army here. All right, they're going to both be besieging that castle now. Yeah, that's over 3,000 men. That's almost 4,000 men. They're going to take that castle with no problems at all. If we can bring in these other parties, though, in time, that would be quite ideal here. Leadership skill, nice. Good for you. And another point in stewardship. Yeah, minus 20% governed wages. All right, that is both of the Swaby armies, though. They will be taking some losses there. We need to confront the Swaby armies, though. We definitely need to do so. We can wait here on top of this hill. And they're going to take that pretty fast. I don't know if I'm going to be able to build up an army large enough to be able to combat these guys. We need basically every party that we have available to us. We really need Regea to lead armies, but she's not going to. We're going to get 2 more parties coming in here. We'll have about 2,000 men. Yeah, we're really losing a lot of food here. They're about to capture that quite soon. That's still over 2,000 men. That's like, what, 2,900 men? Those defenders are doing a number on that army, though. If we can get this guy over here, we might be able to beat these guys. Oh, Fasos is now of age. Nice. Thank God. Took him long enough. We'll keep calling in the armies here. If we can beat this army here, that will be the biggest moment of the series by far. This is going to be a almighty army, though, and I'm going to drop a save here just in case. Yeah, this would basically be war ending fight here. All right, 2,048 versus roughly the same amount. They might have a few hundred more men. If we could catch one of these armies by themselves, though, I think we would have the supreme advantage. All right, that castle's about to fall. All right, 2,200 men. Okay, they have taken the castle. All right, we might be able to wait here. Ooh, okay. Oh, gotta wait for this to load. Very, very laggy right now. Those armies might be coming out here. You are actually, you're okay. You're not great, though. Oh yeah, Fasos is going to have a shitload of skills here. We're gonna dump some into leadership and stewardship immediately. He has quite a few perks in riding here. Yeah, riding skill, hit points. Let's see here. Yeah, 30% speed, 2% party speed. Very nice. And then we will probably dump the rest of these points into combat skills. So athleticism there and one-handed for him. Definitely want to put a few points into intelligence and social here. And then we can put some into vigor. And we'll put the last one in endurance. Why not? There we go. All right, those armies will be coming out quite soon. If we fight them now, we will have a fairly even fight. Oh, dear God. 2,500 men. 2,500 men versus 2,086. They are hard chasing me. Oh, we might be able to do it. Okay, this is going to be very, very even here. All right, let's do it, boys. Actually, I think you're the one who ought to surrender. All right, let's attack here. 2137 versus 2546. They will be moving towards us here. This is going to take up the rest of the episode and then some. So this is going to be an extra long episode for you guys. We can't afford to do more than one infantry unit here. 148 cav, though. All right, we definitely want to be all the way backed up against the cliffs pretty much because that's where our reinforcements are going to be coming from. Let's do just one group of infantry. I know the Velites being in there is not going to be the greatest thing in the world for us, but they are decent in hand-to-hand combat. All right, we'll set up a shield wall here. And we did not get a lot of archers. That's kind of unfortunate because when you do get a lot of archers, it is quite useful. And I may actually split them off into two formations here. That might be a good idea. Okay, we definitely need to assign some of these guys though. We'll get rid of that infantry formation here. 51 infantry influence, ranged influence, ranged. Wow, you basically doing nothing, Ilya. Thanks. Infantry influence, sure. 33 infantry. Yep. We want to stack up the power of this infantry here. Definitely. And also the cavalry as well. So if we do find some people, they use 71 infantry influence. That's pretty good. 37 cav influence. Yeah, we'll take that. 22 ranged. Sure. 87 infantry. Jesus, man. 51 cav. We'll take that. 51 cav. 65 infantry influence. Ranged influence. This is so many lords, man. Good God. Yeah, we'll do infantry there. We'll put you with the cavalry. You're gonna go with the cavalry. You're gonna go with the cavalry. You're gonna go with the infantry. And finally, you will go with the archers. Okay. We have our captains assigned here. We are definitely going to be using tactical mode here. We're going to have to. This spot is not exactly ideal. Let's go ahead and back them all the way up here to this little hill here. And we will make our stand here, ladies and gentlemen. It says we are going to win right now, but they have a lot of reinforcements. We just need to stay really, really far away from them. And hopefully this comes out in our favor. They do have a lot of Jav cav. We actually may have more. Yeah, we have way more cavalry than they do. They have hardly any cav. What the fuck? Is this a Swaby? They may have just tried to deploy a very strong infantry force. Yeah, it looks like it's a decent infantry force. It's not like super amazing or anything. I think we have the stronger force. They only deployed 18 archers. They did deploy more infantry than us, but not by too much. I don't think. We'll set our men in this little divot here. Try to move them over and match the center line of the Swaby here. There we go. All right. The key is going to be the cav here. We're going to need to cycle charge these guys like a motherfucker. So yeah, let's do that for sure. And we also want these guys to throw their javelins. So let's put them in line formation here. Spread them out on the line. They should extend out to about where the cav is at. And once they throw their javelins, we will close them down into a shield wall. Let's send the cav way off to the left here. The archers are opening up on them. No kills as of yet, but they should start rolling in very, very soon. Yep, there we go. Already starting to get some kills there with the archers. Oh yeah, listen to my symphony here as the archers pelt the Swaby. Actually staggered the center of their formation so much that they're actually lagging behind. That's hilarious. Yeah, archers, do your job, boys. Let's bring the cab over here to discourage what they are doing right now. All right, they are closing down. We will wait till they hit right around 50 here. We're going to need to cab charge this left side here. All right, that's right about where I want them to start firing. Start throwing your Pila, boys. Here comes the Javelin Exchange. The Velites are in there. Javelin Exchange is still taking place here. All right, let's put them into shield wall now. Let's bring the cavalry around behind them. Oh, no, it crashed. Motherfucker. I knew it was going to crash. All right, well, I will see you guys in just a second when I relaunch the game. Son of a bitch. All right, well, be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have turned down a couple of settings here, and I have reloaded the battle here. Oh, the game has gone into Windows mode or windowed mode for a second there. Looks like it's fixed itself. But yes, we are back here again. Let's go ahead and get rid of this infantry formation. Let's make it the archer formation just for this battle, just to simplify things. Here we go. Looks like the same battlefield pretty much, so we should be nice and good here. Set them slightly on top of the hill here. Put the, oh, that's everybody. All right, Cav over here. I may have to start disabling some mods to get this battle to fight. And I really don't want to fight it off screen because that sucks, man. Having to fight battles off screen is terrible. All right, well, we do need to reassign everyone here. We'll just do this quickly here. I wish I could just auto assign. Yeah, okay. That would be really nice if we could do that. I mean, pretty much everybody's going to go on the infantry, so you're going to go on range, though. You as well on ranged. You can go on Cav. You can also go on Cav. We need a little bit of cavalry influence there. Infantry. Cav, I guess. Horse archers. Ranged. Infantry. Yeah, you go on Cav. Infantry and ranged. Okay, there we go. Everything is set back up how it was, ladies and gentlemen. We need to spread the line out slightly here. We want the archers up at the highest point here, so let's see if we can push those guys back onto this here. That would be ideal. Put them into loose formation here. Spread them all the way out as far as possible. And try to set them up on the cliff. Yeah, we can just do that there. That's perfect. All right, I want the Cav over here. Hiding in the defilade there. All right, let's ready up here. And I'm going to go tactical cam again, but if it keeps crashing. So I did turn the shadows off. I turned shadows off. I turned the lighting quality down. I turned down map detail, character detail. I turned off cloth simulations because I feel like that was too much going on at once. Yeah, see, as you can see, the cloth is no longer moving. But yes, we will speed up the battle here in order to get back to the point we were at. All right, they are closing in here. Probably about time to slow it back down. Let's go and charge the Cav there, just right off the rip here to deal with their those guys. This is quite a battle, though. They're mostly going to be down in the defilade, so I'm not sure if the archers are going to be able to shoot that many of them. And then let's send the Cav off to the left flank there. And we'll bring them around behind these guys. And we'll get a nice big Cav charge off on their, let's do their left flank here. All right, go ahead and fire at will, men. Throw your Pila. I'm really hoping this doesn't crash again. All right, we're in the missile exchange phase here. All right, time to close down into shield wall and engage. All right, here we go. Let's bring the cav in on the left side here. And we'll try to hit these guys with a really good charge. This seems to have helped the frame rate drastically, though, I will say. All right, they're going to get a nice little flank there on the right side. Hopefully our archers can deal with that. All right, let's charge the cav here. Here we go, boys. Here comes the pain. Very nice. Cav is doing a great job at sealing up that left flank. All right, let's bring the cav back out here. Looks like we're winning the first trade here. That's good. We need to send the cav off over here to the left to actually get them to get out here. And we're going to lose a lot of cav in this fight. All right, we have 225 infantry. They have about around about the same number. All right, we need to cycle charge this cav as much as possible, though. All right, here we go. Bring the cav back around and we'll get a nice view of this charge here. Yeah, reducing the shadows really helped out a lot, man. God, you can barely hear right there. All right, form up, boys. And I'm actually just going to move them through these guys. I think that's... There we go. We'll try that. And now at the last second, we'll tell them to charge. And they should still... Oh, yeah, Equace. Look at that. Absolutely collapsing their left flank there. All right, we will reform the cavalry over here again. Losing a few on the charge there, as always. That does happen. I think it's probably about time we reform the formation here. It is getting to that point. They are still engaging. Yeah, we are absolutely massacring these guys. Let's go ahead and fall back and reform here. There is a few of those guys still. Yeah, we are doing quite good so far, though. We did hold off their first wave. Completely eliminated them, pretty much. We have not needed to receive any reinforcements as of yet. Let's go ahead and move everyone forward here. Reclaim your javelins, boys. Yeah, start picking up those javelins, guys. Two Swaby fighting against each other. Who's gonna win, Swaby or Swaby? We'll tell them to hold fire here. We'll move them up. And here comes their second wave here. Very, very quickly. We need to reform the line. Right here. Should be good. Maybe slightly angled like that. The cavalry is what's really making the difference right here. You can see the Equace Veteran Auxilia, 32 kills there. Elite Velites with 33. Very, very nice indeed. Yeah, we are winning this fight pretty handily so far. All right, let's go ahead and discourage any cavalry actions here. Yeah, let's do that. Move them towards them. Let's see if we can sucker these guys into a charge. Looks like we are going to be able to. Very nice. We did pick up some javelins here. We should be able to take out quite a few of those horses. At least dismount most of them. All right, let's send the cav back over that way. We don't want them to get in front of the infantry here. Or the archers. We're probably going to send them to combat the archers this time. Yeah, we did dismount quite a few of those cav. Ooh, a little bit of lag there. That's okay. All right, go ahead and throw your javelins, boys. All right, we don't have any javelins. Shield wall, engage, boys. Here we go. Yet another round here. They do have a lot of archers coming in back here. And a lot of infantry. They're gonna actually, looks like they're trying to retreat here. We're not gonna allow that to happen though. 75 cab. There's their cab finally. All right, now we are getting stuck in here, ladies and gentlemen. We need to make this this fight count here. I don't see any reinforcements coming in for us as of yet. Let's go ahead and charge these cav though. Move in and charge them with our cav. They should go after them there. All right, we are winning the oh, look, Jared's popping up there in the kill feed. Praetorian Bodyguard is absolutely massacring these guys. Yep, we are doing quite well. The Equus Auxilia there, taking out a majority of those cavalry, as you'll start to see those cav numbers go down here. Very nice. And that is a lot of archers. I kind of want to run the cav through that. Now let's move the cav out here. And we are breaking their infantry. We have yet to get a reinforcement wave. Where the fuck are our reinforcements at? We are holding pretty good, but there's another group of 100 infantry coming in, so that's not exactly what I would call ideal. Let's try to move the cav off that way. Let's tell them to go really far because we are losing quite a few cav. Look at all those green kills there. Perfect. Everything's going pretty well so far. All right, we have started to break them. Once they fully break, we need to... we only have 107 there. Oh, okay, here we go. Bunch of infantry spawning in behind them. Yeah, let's bring... let's just tell them to charge, because that will make the archers go... Actually, let's tell them to engage. Yeah, are the archers out of ammo? Not exactly sure. All right, reform line, boys. Reform line. Yep, reform the line. Hold here for a moment while these guys sweep in from behind here. We got some more cav reinforcements, and they're amassing over there. Here comes the infantry reinforcements, though. That is a big group of infantry. All right, we're coming in, though. Nice. Let's go and bring the cav back here, and we will charge them from the rear. From the rear. Tell these guys to engage. All right, let's tell these boys to charge. Charge. Cavalry is moving there. Let's just go ahead and run the horsemen through these guys here. We'll just run them through them, and we should pick up quite a few kills doing it. That is their archers right there. Let's turn left here. There we go. Should be able to run the horses through them, and we'll go ahead and proc a charge there. Yeah, that's a lot of kills there. I like it. We'll bring the horses over to the left flank over here. Oh, dude, they are getting smashed from both sides here. This is incredible. We have one basically with one reinforcement wave. I really wish they would not have reinforced the archers there. That's really, really annoying. You know, I'm not exactly sure why that happened, but where are these guys at? Let's go ahead and just set them up on top of the cliff here. Tell them to be in loose formation there. Yeah, we're absolutely massacring these dudes in here. Tyler getting a kill there. Very nice. This is definitely going to be a long battle, though. They do have more troops coming in here. Let's go ahead and charge their cav here. Yeah, they 39. Yeah, they have about 70 cav running around the battlefield right now. We'll just let those guys do their thing here. All right, we will set up a vanguard here, and then we will reform a line here. No more reinforcements coming in as of yet. The cav are doing a decent job here, clearing these guys out. Let's go ahead and put these guys into a line formation here. We'll let the vanguard here do some work here. The cav are just running amok right now in their backline, doing a number on those infantry and those archers. They're getting some more archers coming in there. All right, we will tell those guys to engage, and then we're going to tell these guys to go into shield wall, and we'll spread them out nice and wide there, and then we will tell them to engage as well. Very nice. I don't know what happened to those archers. I don't know where those guys are at. I told them to like come back here. Yeah, I don't know where those guys are at. All right, we are absolutely slaughtering these dudes. The vanguard is doing a very, very good job on holding them off while the next formation can come up here. Looking very good so far for us. Killed over 1,000 men now. Only lost 400 of our own. This is by far the most epic battle I've ever had, though. Is that Septimus? No, it's not. Kind of looks like him, though. I think that's a Decario. Looks like they are massing their cavalry up there over there for a charge. We could probably do the same, but our cavalry is just running amok right now. So we are doing quite well. We should be getting some more reinforcements rather soon. All right, we need to reform the line here for sure. Reform, boys, reform. Reform here, chaps, reform. Let's bring the cav over here. And let's put the vanguard behind here. Okay, reform the line, gents, and engage. Vanguard, go ahead and charge. How about that? Yeah, we'll bring all the cav over here. We have lost quite a bit of our cav, but we are killing so many more of them than they are of us. We just don't want to push too far forward here, as that would be quite unideal for us. Yeah, and we're slaughtering these guys, man. All right, we are going to need something to slow those infantry down, I think. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're getting any more reinforcement waves at this very moment. Okay, they are running. Let's go ahead and pull everybody back. Yeah, let's pull everybody back here. Okay, there are those archers, finally. Let's put them up on top of this little tiny hill here. Man, they're still shooting at that range. It's crazy. All right, we'll pull these guys back, though. Allow them to rest and recover while we prepare to deal with 144 archers. Wow, that's a pretty incredible amount of archers. If I could reduce that number, that would be very nice indeed. We are going to need another. We'll actually speed this up here just a bit. Well, these guys fall back. All right, and we'll bring these archers up to here. I think that'll be a good spot for them. I'm not sure exactly what they're... Okay, they are moving up. Okay, I see. I don't know how big that cavalry formation to the left is. It looks like Septimus is... Okay, no, Septimus is no longer alive. I would have been very surprised if he was. I just need to see how large that cav force is. Okay, we do need to charge them here. Yep, go after those guys, please. They are bringing another cav force around to the right here. Let's go ahead and pull these... move there, and we'll fill this gap in here like so. We'll reposition the archers to just right here. I think would be a good spot. Yeah, that's not a terrible spot. All right, Cav v Cav is going quite well. Not too bad at all. Let's pop into this here and let's tell the cavalry to focus on their Cav. Thank you. All right. Here comes their... Actually, I need to tell them to focus on their archers. There we go. Whoa, the game is lagging quite a bit here. All right, we'll take over Tyler here. All right, we need to tell these guys to reposition here. Looks like we have some more reinforcements coming in from the breaches, from the beaches there to the right. So we'll wait for those guys to arrive. But in the meantime, we will reform the shield wall. You can hear Tyler barking orders there. We are doing pretty good against their archers, yeah. Doing quite well. All right, let's tell them to charge here. Let's take the archers out back this way here. We need to tell those guys to back up. And we'll set them back up here on the cliff where they will be most effective. Looks like the majority of these guys are archers. Yeah, most of them are archers over here. May just want to set them up right here because that is a lot of archers there. Main infantry formation is engaging. Very nice. We've killed 1,500 now. Wow. This is the probably the longest battle I've ever been a part of. All right, 110 cavalry. Okay, let's stack up there. We need to start cycle charging this cav for sure. Let's bring them back over this way. We're going to run them into the back of these archers for sure. Ooh, losing quite a few there. Not sure exactly what's happening there. Oh, those archers are coming in from this side. Okay. That makes sense. Okay, we do want to set them up on this side then. Yeah, we'll set them up like right there. On top of this nice little hill. All right, let's get the cav around behind. All right, move on there. We are still kind of not really winning the infantry fight, but that's not exactly surprising because our forces have been fighting for a very long time. Jared gained a level. Very nice. All right, let's run the cav through here. We want to spread these guys out and then run them through. That should kill quite a few of the archers. All right, infantry, go ahead and fall back. Oh, man, the Equus there. Absolutely slaughtering those archers. All right, let's bring the cav off to the left flank here. We'll stack them up a bit more. And we'll put these guys in a shield wall right here. Let's try to bring them back here. We want the to give the archers ample time to shoot at them. We have been reduced to 133 infantry, though. 47 archers. Looking very nice indeed. Looks like they're going to pick up arrows is what they're doing there. Let's tell the archers to hold fire for now. There you go. You can hear Tyler. Where is Tyler at? There's Tyler. Tyler squawking some orders there. Tyler, how's it feel to lead a battle, my friend? They still actually have some velites here. Some pila, I mean. All right, are they holding position? These cowards. They're holding position. You absolute cowards. You have 421 men and you're going to hold position? Let's speed it up here a little bit. Let's see what they do. All right, they are going to come forward eventually. We'll slow back down. Let's tell the archers to fire. And we'll run the cavalry through here. Really quick just to deal with these guys. Okay, they did dismount him and they're going to slaughter him here. All right, we don't need to do that with the cav. Go and turn back around, boys. We'll let the archers deal with those guys. Yeah, we want to stretch those guys across the hill there. They have some pretty large horse formations here. We'll wait till they start to advance on us. It looks like they are doing that now, very slowly. They're gonna take a lot of. Are you guys taking hits? Okay, you're not. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and match up with these cav here. And narrow formation here, boys. Okay, are the archers running out of ammo? Is that the deal? All right, so hold fire then. Hold fire. Hold fire. Hold fire. I don't think that's what's happening right now, but all right, we want to charge the cav. Cav, go for their cav, please. Let's pop back in as Tyler really quick here and tell the cavalry to charge their cav. God, they have 102 and 103 cavalry over there. Wow. All right, let's pop out here. What are the fucking archers doing, man? What are the archers doing? They're just charging. What are the archers doing, man? Okay, they're finally moving back. I don't know what the hell they thought they were doing. All right, engage. All right, the cav battle has devolved down to the beaches here. God, this is going to be a very, very long episode, man. Whew, that's a lot of stuff happening here. We are getting some refills on some troops here. Okay, looks like we have some more archers and a few more velites coming up this side. And what do we have coming up over here? Oh wow, looks like a total clusterfuck behind us here. All right, we are chasing off their infantry pretty nicely. That's good. All right, let's pop back in here and tell the infantry to go after the archers. Yeah, go after the archers. Let's get involved in this battle. We have not been involved in this battle up to this point. Nice, Tyler, gaining a level there. Tyler is quite a formidable fighter, so should be able to get quite a few kills here. Oh, Tyler's gonna go down. We're gonna have to take over a velites here. Engage. All right, we have another cav group there. Cav group split into two, it looks like. The archers are doing their job now, maybe? There we go. Now they're actually listening. Very nice. Yeah, this is not really coming down to the wire at all. We've only lost 400. Where is the infantry coming from? Oh, okay, there they are. All right, let's reform the infantry here. Yeah, let's pull our infantry back here. We'll let the cav do their thing there. All right, we're gonna tell the cav to go after that group there, and then we'll pop back out into the attack cam here. Yeah, we want to reform the infantry. Looks like all they really have left now is cav. Oh no, they have 147 infantry coming in from that way, so we will redeploy accordingly. Redeploy over here. Yeah, our cav is absolutely annihilating their light cavalry, man. Light cavalry cannot compete with Equus Auxilia here. These are trained men. Looks like they're going for a bit of a cav charge, so let's go ahead and throw these guys into square formation, and we'll plop them right there. Hopefully they can square up before the cav actually reaches them. Looks like they're going to blob up pretty nice. That's going to be pretty hard to deal with. Let's see if they can actually figure out this formation here. Most of the time, it's pretty hard for the AI to figure out the square. We're doing pretty good, though. Okay, they are starting to figure it out. And we're dealing with the cav quite well. Okay, our archers have been totally decimated, but that's okay. I actually want to bring these guys down this way and see if I can clog up that cav formation there. Because if we can clog these guys up in this gap here, that would be really, really nice. Whoa, that's a lot of lag. All right, we're going to tell these guys to break in a line formation here. We're going to push them down this way in a nice little clump here. They are starting to get through a little bit here. We will pour those guys in, though. That infantry formation looks like they're holding back. Charge. Oh, they're fleeing. We killed damn near 2,000. 114 influence, 108 renown. I think that's the largest I have ever seen. We definitely want to keep this fight going, though. And we want to tell everyone to charge. We want to kill as many of these guys as possible here. We want to deal as much damage to these pussies here as we possibly can. That force is going to be running here. All right. Very nice indeed. I really don't want to have to refight this battle. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Okay. Hold on. Chill. Chill game. Chill. It's okay. It's okay. We're all good. We're all good. Okay. Let's end the battle here. I'm going to press the done key now. I'm going to let's tell everyone to stop. Okay. How about that? Let's tell everyone to stop moving. So F6, everyone hold your ground, stop moving. Okay. Now we're going to press the tab key and we're going to click the done button. Please don't crash. Oh, thank God. Oh, it's finally worked. Okay. It seems like reducing the shadows and stuff like that fixes the battle crashes. That's really nice. Okay. This is definitely one of the longest episodes we've ever had. We are definitely going to have to wrap it up after we finish capturing all of these prisoners here. That's single-handedly probably going to end the war here. That was like 20 prisoners there. Very nice. Drastically reduced. We only lost 100 men. Wow, that's actually not too bad at all. It looks like they've picked up a few Roman troops here and there. We'll actually take those guys as prisoner for sure. Wow, that is wait, I'm just curious. How many lords is this? 11 lords taken prisoner. Yeah, we'll take the Miles. We'll also take the Quilla cohortes. We'll take these high tier troops as well. These high tier guys fetch a pretty damn good price. All right, that looks like all of them there. We'll sort them by tier just to make sure. Oh, we missed a few. That's okay. All right, there we go. That is going to be pretty much all the prisoners we can take. Largest battle of the series is done. Let's see. We are at 3,000 inventory space, right? Or 3,000 space taken right now. Let's see how much all this does. 8,000. That was 5,000 inventory space worth of loot. Holy shit. Yeah, by far. Yeah, hit a fucking save. We deserve a save after that one, man. And our army is only reduced to half strength, man. That's crazy. Some of these guys down to the single digits there. That was absolutely wild. That should have been 500 points in skill there. Let's go tight formations, and then you have another skill point there. We'll go and put that stewardship for you. Medicine, yeah, definitely on the move here. You're gonna get a level up as well. Scouting, very nice. Let's go nighttime move speed. You're gonna get one in one-handed. Let's do 30% one-handed or 30 skill to one-handed for infantry troops in your formation there. And that has brought the war exhaustion rate all the way up to 76. And I'm going to go ahead and drop these saved really quick on the correct save file. But yes, that was the greatest battle I have ever fought in Bannerlord, probably. Maybe there's a couple. I've done a few with like 300 Spartan style things and custom battles that were quite close. But I think that takes the cake. That was definitely the largest battle that I've ever posted to YouTube, for sure. That was over 4,000 man battle. Absolutely insane. You can see the casualties here. They took, let's see here. They took 4,000 casualties in a battle between Red Wolfaz and Septimus there. That added 48% to the war exhaustion rate for them. That is absolutely insane. And let's see how many we took there. 948 casualties versus 4,000, man. That is absolutely insane. All right, guys, that is going to bring this episode to a close, though. A little bit of a two-part episode here. Gonna have to go stitch those together later. But yeah, no more ending the episodes because we crashed, though. Anyways, thank you guys so much. Thank you to the channel members. Thank you to Tyler, Tobias, Walter, Moses, and Jared. Thank you all for your support. We do have like I said earlier in the episode, we do have quite a few stuff that needs to get renamed. Norea, Putavium, Empress over here, Musham Castle. So if you would like to claim any of those, go ahead and become a tier 1 channel member. And if you want to claim some of these spots of renaming family members and renaming some companions here, we have 1, 2, 3 ready to go. And we can rename these 2 family members as well. Oh, game crashed. Okay. Yep, game crashed. Oh, nope, there it goes. It had to load in Fasos. What the fuck are you wearing? Okay, anyways, that will be the end of this episode, though, guys. If you guys want to take advantage of those opportunities to get yourself up onto YouTube here, pretty much, and get to watch your character move around the map and stuff like that, go ahead and become a channel member today. It's really cheap. Tier 1 is $1 per month, and tier 2 is $5 per month. But yeah, it's not basically for the money. It's just basically for a list and to kind of limit the amount of people that do it. But yes, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Stay safe out there. Peace out.